More and more homeowners these days are looking for an alternative to plain old concrete driveways, and many of them are discovering something old that's making a comeback in a new and improved version. If you like the old world look of cobblestone, we may have just the thing you've been looking for. Now, the great thing about a cobblestone driveway is the looks. The problem is the expense. You've got to carve each stone by hand, so as you can imagine, the stonemason's going to be pretty expensive. Plus, they don't fit real tight together, so you end up with gaps where weeds and grass actually grow through. We don't have that problem with this driveway, though, because Matt and his crew put down a product that's a little different. And Matt, what is this?
This is just a concrete paver. It consists of sand, aggregates, integral coloring, and cement.
But the edges are rough, like a stonemason actually chipped away at it. How do you do that?
And we have a processor in line that actually puts that treatment on it so it looks like an old world cobblestone.
It definitely looks old world. Makes a nice driveway. We've got a big fan shape here. And how do you start something like this with a big curve in it?
Well, what we do is we start in the softest curve you can make there so you don't have big gaps in between the stones, and then just each row will follow it along and maintain the same pattern. It's real easy because it comes in 4 different size pieces so you can fit them all in as you go.
What do you have to do to prepare the base so the cars won't push it down over time?
Well, this particular driveway here had an existing concrete driveway under it, so all we needed was a thin layer of bedding sand. Back here on the sidewalk where there wasn't a base, we've had to cement treat and then put the bedding sand on top of that. We can look at that back here.
Okay. Well, Matt, you can feel that it's tight. What'd you mix into the soil to tighten it up like this?
What we did was we took a regular garden tiller, we till in Portland cement, wet it down, run a compactor on it. It sets up to about 850 psi, a cement treated base.
It should be plenty strong for a sidewalk.
You bet,
yeah.
You bet.
And then here it looks like you've got a couple inches of sand that you leveled out on top of it?
Yeah, you spread out a inch to 2 inches of sand, screed it off nice and level, because whatever level that is going to be the plane of your pavers.
Okay. And then you added some conduit here, I guess in case we ever need to run a wire or pipe, we're not going to have to pull up any of the cobblestone?
Better than peeling them up later.
Tell me about the toe curb. What are you using to keep the pavers in tight?
What we like to use is a concrete toe curb. It's a piece of rebar you lay along the edge. You mix up some concrete and lay it at a wedge. Just trowel it down even, keep it down low enough that your edger blade's not going to get into it.
If you're laying these Belgard cobblestone pavers for a driveway, without the luxury of an existing concrete pad, you'll need to lay at least 6 inches of crushed stone aggregate to establish a firm base. On top of that, you'll also need at least an inch of sand. Then you'll have to compact those layers with a flat plate vibrator compactor you can find at equipment rental outlets. Final leveling is easy to achieve by dragging a 2x4 over 2 pipes that are 1 inch in diameter. After that, you're ready to start laying the cobblestones in whatever pattern you like. The varying sizes help achieve an authentic look, while the antiquing on these pavers helps give the look of old chiseled stone. Once your cobblestones are all in place and secured along the edges, it's time to do a little more compacting, starting with the entire outside edge first, then circling inward towards the middle.
At this point, we've got the compactor run on the pavers and got them all set into the sand base real well. Now we can sweep this sand in, get it all evened out, then run the compactor on it again and work the sand down into the joints, and that will lock the pavers in place.
And that sand will really make them tight, won't it?
Makes them real tight. It's almost impossible to get them out, but you can lift them out with a screwdriver if you got to make a repair or replace a soiled one.
Do we need to sweep all the sand off after we fill up the crevices, or do we leave a little on it?
No, it's really a good idea to leave a little on it for a week or so. That way any car traffic or foot traffic that moves the paver around, there's still some sand that can fall down and settle into the cracks.
Can an amateur put this down?
Well, they can, but it's a lot of weight. You know, an average driveway like this takes about a truckload. You're looking at 45,000 pounds.
Wow.
That's a lot of weight for a guy to be doing on a weekend.
Yeah. Once these cobblestone pavers are installed, your driveways and sidewalks will be virtually maintenance-free. Before you hire a contractor to give your driveway that cobblestone look, it's a good idea to visit a home where these pavers have been in place for at least 4 years. If everything still looks good, you'll probably be in good shape hiring the same contractor to do your job. If you'd like more information on how you can get the look of old cobblestones with the advantages of today's concrete pavers, contact us on the internet at michaelholigan.com.
When you're driving in small breads or finishing nails, it's next to impossible not to hit your fingers on the first couple of strikes. So the next time, why don't you try this quick tip? Just take a thick piece of paper or a small thin piece of cardboard and press your nail or brad right through that. Then hold on to the end of the strip, hold your nail in place and give it a first couple of strikes. Now once you have it started, then just pull your strip away and finish driving it the rest of the way in.